Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back again today. I want to be very honest that the video that you're going to see is quite a bit more transparent. It's a little sad toward the end, but I'm just being real honest as I always am about my life. So I'm going to show you the beginning of my day a little bit, just the start of my walk and a couple of things that I saw. And we'll come back here to Yellow Bark Restaurant in their food park here. Just want to say thanks to my friends at Yellow Bark for giving me the opportunity to film up here. It's a beautiful location. I'll be doing many more videos up here, and I'm just very grateful to them for giving me the opportunity to come up here. So thanks to them. Okay, let's get into the day. These are my two friends, Dookie and Molly, who are always excited to see me when I come home. Hey guys, a guy and girl. Molly's a girl, Dookie's a boy. Yes, you heard that name right, Dookie and Molly. Hey, welcome back. Hanging out today at what I'll call Yellow Bark Park. It's not a park, it's a little restaurant area. Basically what they did here was to take a number of different shipping containers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they put them together in a U shape. And then what they'll do is they'll bring in restaurants. And what they originally had designed was kind of a fast food idea, from what my friend Eric, who owns Yellow Bark with his mom, told me, is that they wanted to have cars drive in, make an order, you get it right there in your car, and then you zip around and take off. But that didn't really take off, so it's more of a come on in and sit down in the courtyard, and it's pretty nice down there. Yeah, very, very nice of Yellow Bark to let me hang out up here and do my vlogs. This is the location I was talking about the other day, that I really like the location. I could sit in a number of different places up here and you'd have a really, well, pretty green background view, so it's kind of nice. Today is vlog 7. 7's my lucky number, or it has been in the past. For most of my life, it's been all the numbers I've had in baseball and football. Actually, football I was 34, but 3 plus 4 adds up to 7. So, man, yesterday was a big shit burger. Some more unfortunate news. My computer, which already was struggling with the keyboard stopping, decided to go black screen, which is not good. So I had to take that in for somebody to see. But here's the kicker. If I would have taken it in for someone to look at, I would get what's called gringo priced, which is a real thing down here. If you're a gringo, what they call gringos or expats, someone coming from the United States or Canada or Germany or any other country other than here, basically, you're kind of a gringo. And they gringo price you here. So they see you, and apparently you've got this invisible target on you that says, they've got money, so let's charge them more, or let's charge them a lot. So my girlfriend Carlita took in my computer to a friend of hers, and the price was significantly less, quoted for significantly less than I would have paid. So that's being looked at right now. Fingers crossed that, man, that it works out, because that's everything. I mean, that's what I'm doing here. It's my writing. it's what I look for jobs. It just that was a big blow, big punch in the gut yesterday when that happened. So now I'm kind of trying to figure that out. I'm hoping that everything works out with the computer. Right now I'm shooting, editing, and uploading everything on my phone. All work, anything I'm trying to do. It's kind of hard to do the resumes because all my resumes are on my computer now. I don't have access to another computer at this time, unfortunately. So it's kind of a waiting game for me, and like I said in previous videos, I'm working very, very hard to get an online job beyond the tutoring that didn't work out, to be able to work down here and keep myself employed until May, which I hope it comes sooner, but until May when I leave for the job in Alaska, which I decided to take, and I know it's going to be a great opportunity for me out there in Egegik, Alaska. So right now the goal is to be able to find something that can sustain me here until the end of May. But again, I'm hoping through the conversations I'm having with my old boss in Egegik, Alaska, that I'll be able to go a lot sooner. Another little setback that I had is my hip. Talked about that before. after that job I took this summer in Alaska, which nearly killed me physically. Since I've been down here, my hip has been getting better. I go for a walk every day, probably 3 or 4 miles through town and around and back to where I live. It's just a nice, easy walk, but it's my way of getting exercise. I can't really run right now. I don't want to take any chances and hurt my hip or make things worse, but right now I got to keep my health. I mean, that's pretty important too. If I go there and I'm not in the best shape or the best physical shape with my hip, it's going to make it very, very difficult again. And yesterday, for whatever reason, I don't know what I did or where it happened, but I got home and my hip was just killing me. So I went back to the hot water bottle and, did all the things, the Tiger Balm and all the other things that have been working in the past to make it feel better. And I'm hoping that, within a few days, I'll be able to get that taken care of. Unfortunately, right now, I don't have the money or the insurance to get that fixed or to get a new hip, which I think I need. So that's something I'm going to have to figure out. I didn't quite have the time when I was back in Wisconsin to be able to go and see somebody to get that whole process rolling. It's see a doctor, they'll send you to someone to get an x-ray or an MRI. Hey, you need a new hip. Then you got to set up the appointment for the hip, and then it's a long recovery process, which I didn't have the time or the people or the resources to be able to do that. So that's something I'll have to figure out for the future. There are really good services down here in both Costa Rica and Mexico. We have a really great connection here in Costa Rica. Our friend and Dr. Johnny, who is very, very connected to a number of doctors in both Mexico and Costa Rica who have been vetted and researched and who are excellent doctors that just can do amazing things for anything you need. New hips, new boobs, new teeth, whatever it is that you're looking to have done with your body, he can get you connected with the right people. So eventually I'll be going to Johnny for the hip and get that taken care of. But right now I just gotta struggle through it and just keep plugging away and hope that I can make it and get that stronger before I go to Alaska. Let's see what else. Money again. I'll just be very transparent. It's a struggle for me right now. As I had said, I think when I was at the airport that I came down here with a chunk of money and I had it very meticulously mapped out. There was some money that was supposed to be coming to me that ended up not coming to me, and so I had to come up with a new strategy for that. And unfortunately, because so many things are withdrawn from my account on a monthly basis, I had to just take everything out that I had left in colones here, so I would have the money to sustain myself at least for this month until I can figure out what I'm going to do next. I did have an acting job before I left Wisconsin, which I'm getting paid for, so I have to have my son take a picture of that, upload it to my checking account. It'll get deposited in my checking account, and then I can take out the money down here and use it down here. So there's that process. And then good thing is that it's also tax season, so my taxes are coming in. You have to wait for the W-2s to get sent, and as soon as you have all the W-2s, then I again can have my son take a picture of those, send them to my tax guy who will do my taxes, send those in, and then the tax money will be automatically deposited into my checking account, and those will be some extra funds which will significantly help me. Again, the plan is to get to the end of May. Hopefully that's sooner, that my exit to Alaska comes from here, just so that I can get working again and get to being in a better place financially. So I'm trying to balance all those things again, and yesterday was a hit hard kind of day, one of those days where it kind of sucks the hope out of you, and you just think, I'll be honest, you just think some days, can I keep doing this? For me, and again, I'll give the qualifier, I take full responsibility for my choices for the last 3 years, and I've made some choices that have put me in some very difficult positions in my life. Mostly financially, but in other areas too. And you get to a point in your life where you just want to stop making the wrong decisions, the bad decisions, so that things can be good for a while, for a good long while. How about 6 months? How about a year? That would be really, really nice. So probably from the end of 2021 to now has been a really long and challenging stretch for me. And I would like to be able to find a way to to get to some consistent goodness in my life and make some of those decisions that are going to get me to that place. So I think one of those will be going back to Alaska, and I'll be making good money. I'll be working hard. I'll be getting a lot of hours, and for the first time in a long time, it's going to put me in the black and get me ahead financially. And I was on my way there last year before my son's accident, and had I stayed in Igigik, I keep forgetting how to pronounce it, I would have had an additional $18,300. Another thing that people don't know is I also had and was ready to go to, after Igigik, a full-time teaching job in Alaska where I used to work in Mountain Village, had the job all set up, and then I had to resign from that as well because I couldn't take the job knowing that I was going to be in Wisconsin for an undetermined amount of time, helping to take care of my son. So there goes another $72,600. I know I did the right thing. I think anybody would if you have the love and care for your family or your sons and daughters or people that, you know, coming back. But it just became an ongoing string of bad luck that I wasn't able to recover from that decision. And you know, sometimes people say it is what it is, and you just got, I've said it before, you just got to keep pressing forward. What can I do? I wake up every day, and when I'm still laying in bed or I put my feet on the floor, I say, today is going to be a great day, no matter how much it could be a big pile of shit. I wake up every day and I say it, believing that things are going to get better. And I'm very optimistic if I can make it until May. Just being real here. Okay, no crying on video, they say, but this is real. I've got to find a way to make it to May so that I can get to Alaska. But as I said before, right now, when your only source of income is your computer, and your computer goes down, you don't have an opportunity to get a new computer. You don't have the resources or money to buy a new computer. You've got to figure out other ways to make things work. So right now I got a chunk of money. I have it meticulously budgeted for the next month to be able to get by. There are going to be some people in my automatic withdrawals who are not going to get paid, and I'll lose some services that I get. Big deal. I mean, you lose some streaming services and a couple other things, but it's going to be a challenge. But I just have to believe that I'm going to find a way to make it through this. There's a woman who's a motivational speaker who's on all the social media right now, and I really like a lot of her material. Her name is Mel Robbins, and in one of her videos, I can't remember exactly what she says, but she makes a clear point that nobody's coming to knock on your door. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to pick up your pieces, in a nutshell. And I'm realizing that. And so you got to wake up every day and you got to figure out what are you going to do today to make things work. And I get up and I go for a walk to clear my mind, and then I come home and I sit down and I write down, okay, what can I do today that's going to move me closer to accomplishing getting that online job, or making the videos that are hopefully going to monetize. It's not going to be through this YouTube channel. I know there are very few people, if any, who are watching this, so it's okay, I get it. But I have a travel channel, which I'm going to be doing. I'm very nervous about it. I have everything written down. I've been procrastinating, but I'm going to do it. And I really believe that it's going to be successful, and there are going to be some really good things that are going to come from it. But it's It's that little bit of fear of the unknown and not knowing exactly what's going to happen. But I just keep trying. Just keep trying every day. Do I have a message here? Am I trying to tell you something? To other people who might be struggling at 55, living in Costa Rica. I'm just kidding. There aren't any other people who are 55 struggling and living in Costa Rica. That's my story. But there may be other people out there who are going through difficult circumstances. And that's another thing I heard the other day, which is hard to hear sometimes when you hear someone say, you know, when things are really bad or going rough for you, just remember, there's always somebody else out there who has it worse. And as much as I do want to recognize and acknowledge that, and I get it, there are, when you're in a situation, your own situation, and things feel dark, they look dark, you don't have all the answers, it's hard to comprehend that, because I'd like to say to some other people, I'll show you someone who's got it worse. But every day, in the midst of all this, I count my blessings. I'm alive. I can get up out of bed every day. I can go for a walk. I can use my hands to get on a phone, hopefully get on a computer again to get myself in a better place. I use my superpower every day. If someone asks me what's my superpower, if I'm being completely honest and transparent, it's that I'm nice. I'm nice to every single person that I meet, that I interact with, and I hope that when I do that every day, that it brings that person some joy or a smile to their face, that they had a chance to talk to me, or they had a chance to interact with me. I walk down the street here every day, and whether someone looks like they're having the worst day of their life or they're as serious can be, I'll smile at them or I'll say hello. They may not always say hi back, they may not always smile back, but many times they do. And maybe I'm the only person who smiled at them that day. Maybe that's the only smile or the only happiness they're gonna see all day. My kindness has also been my Achilles heel in my life, and I've let people take advantage of me, and I think I'd rather take the kindness over you know, being an asshole in life and having that kind of personality as opposed to just being nice to everybody. I guess I wouldn't trade that for anything in the world. So I made it another day. I made it another day. And I got half of this one to go. Maybe a third, a little over a third of this one to go. But I'm gonna look at it optimistically. I'm gonna go listen to some music tonight, and I'm gonna write down some more ideas. I'm gonna go write down some more goals that I can accomplish. Hopefully I'll have some news on my computer by the end of the day, which will maybe make the day a little bit brighter. And then I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna wake up and say today's gonna be a great day, and do it all over again. I don't know what's going on in your world, and if you actually watch this video to the end, thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. I'm following this journey. Not every one of my videos is going to be sunshine and rainbows. I'm trying to tell it like it is and show that there can be a happy ending to this story. So again, I'm very grateful for anybody who stuck to the end here to listen through this, and I appreciate it. And if you're struggling through something, hang in there, go to bed, wake up, say today's going to be a great day, and do the best you can. That's all you can do every day. You just have to believe that something amazing is always going to happen. Thanks again to my 2 viewers for being here and watching. I appreciate you. To anybody else who's coming along, sorry if this was a little bit on the sad side today, but I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. It's definitely going to help my channel grow, and hopefully at some point we'll be inspiring and helping other people. Thanks again. We'll see you back here again soon.